समझ नहीं आ रहा अपने सैलरी इंक्रीमेंट का क्या करूं।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स के एसआईपी का टॉप अप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
क्या? समझ में नहीं आया।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स का एसआईपी टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
अब समझा।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.
5 explosions, 4 near-synchronous and the 5th after a short gap, targeted the Jama-e-Masjid Subhanallah headquarters in Pakistan's Bahawalpur, used by the Jaish-e-Mohammad's top leadership to plot multiple attacks against India, including the 2019 bombing of Indian troops in Pulwama. Sources living in the city have told ThePrint. The Indian precision attacks carried out before dawn on Wednesday also targeted buildings in the Lashkar-e-Taiba's headquarters at Muridke, some 30 kilometers outside Lahore. For the most part, 2 local residents told ThePrint that the Bahawalpur seminary complex had been evacuated by authorities over the weekend, anticipating a possible attack. I woke up thinking someone was trying to kick my door in, one Bahawalpur resident told us. Then I ran outside and saw the fire. He added that local authorities had shut down the road running past the seminary after the attack. The victims in Tuesday night's attack, the witness said, included some individuals from a slum at the nearby Bahawalpur-Samsatta railway line who had gathered after seeing the first explosions. A video circulating on social media shows a number of residents gathering to film the fires at the complex. The victims are also said to include the family of a guard who was left at the complex. A Lahore resident similarly said explosions had been heard in Muridke but not in the immediate vicinity of the city. Following the 2019 suicide bomb attack in Pulwama, Pakistan had announced that it was taking over the administration of the Bahawalpur complex. Later, however, then Bahawalpur Deputy Commissioner Shahzeb Saeed told visiting journalists that it was, I quote, just a routine seminary having no links with the Jaish-e-Mohammad. According to Pakistan's counter-terrorism authority itself, the Jaish has been proscribed since 2002. Gun-wielding guards of the Jaish-e-Mohammad, however, continue to control entry and exit points both to this complex and to a second mosque the organization runs in the heart of Bahawalpur town. Founded in March 2008 on a 9-acre plot purchased by fugitive Jaish-e-Mohammad chief Masood Azhar Alvi, Jama-e-Masjid Subhanallah was built as an alternative to the organization's mosque and office in the heart of Bahawalpur, Masjid Usmano Ali. Local records show the land was sold to Masood Azhar's brother and Jaish military chief Abdul Rauf Asghar Alvi for a nominal 15 lakh Pakistani rupees. The complex includes a swimming pool, a seminary and residential buildings. A photograph obtained by ThePrint shows the men involved in the Pulwama operation, Muhammad Umar Farooq, Talha Rashid Alvi, Muhammad Ismail Alvi and Rashid Billah, relaxing in the swimming pool before the attack in the shade of a mango grove. For decades, the Jaish-e-Mohammed used its network of seminaries to trawl southern Punjab's economic underclass for recruits, promising religious salvation in return for the sacrifice of sons. In some cases, the family of the poor were paid a small stipend in return for sending their children to the Jaish's madrasas. The mother of one such Fidain, Imran Majid Butt, who was killed in Kashmir, wrote this poem. I wait for the day, O Allah, when you will call out, who is the mother of this blood-drenched rose? The Jaish carried out its first suicide bombing in Kashmir in April 2000 using a Srinagar resident, Afaq Ahmad Shah, to drive an explosives-laden car into the headquarters of the Army's 15 Corps in Srinagar. Following India's cross-line of control strikes in 2016, which were a response to an attack on the 12 Brigade's headquarters near Uri, the Jaish was used as an instrument to demonstrate that the strike had not deterred the Pakistani military. The months that followed Uri saw multiple Jaish-e-Mohammed strikes, notably at Pulwama in August 2017 and at Srinagar's Humhama airport in October that year. In December, teenage Fidain Suicide Squad members Fardeen Khande and 21-year-old Manzoor Baba struck again in Pulwama. They were the first known ethnic Kashmiris to have carried out an operation of that style. Large numbers of ethnic Kashmiri youth were recruited into the ranks of the Jaish during the massive Islamist-led protests that seized Kashmir in 2016 following the killing of jihadist social media icon Burhan Wani. Flying flags and displaying weapons, Jaish cadre openly staged marches in some villages and towns of southern Kashmir. The conspirators charged by the National Investigation Agency for facilitating the Pulwama bombing, among them Umar Farooq's alleged girlfriend Insha Jan, Shakir Bashir, Waizul Islam, Muhammad Abbas Rathar and Bilal Kuche, were almost without exception drawn into the Jaish-e-Mohammad in the course of that 2016 uprising. Ahmadpur Sharkia, another Bahawalpur area village claimed by Pakistan to have been the target of an Indian strike, is much less well known than Bahawalpur or Muridke, but is thought to have housed a seminary, local residents told ThePrint. Local resident Muhammad Yusuf, killed during a Fidain operation in Kashmir on 6 June 2001, is among the known graduates of that seminary. Lashkar-e-Taiba jihadists meanwhile continued to use their headquarters complex at Muridke, 30 kilometers from Lahore, despite the ban on the outfit dating back to 2002. Last week, ThePrint revealed that the organization's leader, Hafiz Abdur Rauf, an internationally proscribed terrorist, was delivering speeches openly at the Lashkar-controlled Masjid Qadsiya in Lahore and supervising the construction of a new building owned by the terrorist group in Rawalpindi. Today he was back reading funeral prayers for civilians killed in the Indian Air Force strikes. A video on social media shows fires raging at the complex in Muridke, although it is unclear what building exactly was hit. Like the Bahawalpur complex, the center at Muridke was largely evacuated over the weekend. The Muslims ought not be strangers to war, struggle, religious killing, fighting, battlefields, swords, arrows, blood and martyrdom, Rauf had told his audience at the Lahore Mosque last month. Allah's companions are not scared of death, he said, they seek it out. Like the Jaish-e-Mohammad seminary, the Lashkar facility in Muridke was placed under state administration but continued to be run by the organization for all practical purposes. The organization's chief, Hafiz Muhammad Saeed, was himself placed under house arrest on 26/11 related terror financing charges, though not the actual attacks. This action was driven by fear of sanctions by the Financial Action Task Force, a multinational organization that monitors the compliance of governments with processes to cut off funding for terrorism. Last summer, however, signs of a Lashkar resurgence were evident soon after Pakistan was taken off the FATF's so-called grey list. In April 2024, the Lashkar held a public commemoration for terrorist Abdul Wahab, also known as by the alias Abu Saifullah, and Sanam Jafar, who were killed days earlier by Indian forces near the town of Sopore in northern Kashmir. The Lashkar's operatives in Kashmir, recruited by the organization's seminaries across Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, are believed to receive their actual military training in makeshift camps in the mountains of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and in some cases across the border in Afghanistan. I'm Praveen Swami. I'm a contributing editor to ThePrint. Thank you for watching this story.